Call them troublemakers, call them attention seekers. The Paul brothers are the ones that know how to draw attention because they are at it again, and this time the YouTubers are boxing out in the ring. Remember, after Jake's victory over Nate Robinson and on him being dead serious about pursuing a boxing career, Jake then called out his brother Logan Paul. Jake Paul confirms he is fervently wrestling with the thought of taking on a boxing match against his older brother Logan Paul, but admits he's 100% certain he'd come out victorious. I sort of change my mind on it every day, Jake said about fighting his brother. One day I'll do it, the next I'm like, I don't think I should do that. Jake says he's sick of hearing everyone praising his 25-year-old older brother as a superior fighter, saying, "I'm like a 10 times better boxer. I've had 2 fights and I've been in the ring for a total of 7 minutes and I've knocked down my opponent 6 times in that 7 minutes." One would have expected Jake Paul to confront opponents like ex-boxing champion Antonio Tarver and NHL star Evander Kane, who had called him out, but a big no. Jake Paul prefers wrestling his very own blood brother Logan Paul. Meanwhile, Logan Paul would prefer wrestling Mayweather instead of picking a fight against his very own brother. Logan has his sights on becoming a pro boxer one day, and fighting his brother doesn't count as much. Sorry, Jake. Logan Paul, while at Boa Steakhouse in Los Angeles, and when asked if there's been any progress in a possible Logan vs Floyd boxing match soon, Logan said, "Let me tell you this, if I caught Floyd in a real fight, street fight, I'ma whoop his ass, no question," Paul said. MMA? Octagon? Whoop his ass. The only place I think Floyd is safe is the boxing ring, but to be honest, I don't give a f***. I don't give a f***. I would fight Floyd anytime, anywhere, any place. Doesn't f***ing matter to me. Paul continued, "I'm 8 inches taller, I'm 40 pounds heavier, I'm half his age, I'm 2 times as hungry and 10 times as smart. I'm used to beating up people weaker and shorter than he is. I grew up with Jake." When asked why Mayweather won't sign the contract, Logan gave this explanation. "Bro, think about it. He's got everything to lose. I've got nothing to lose. Mr. Money wants a money fight? Let's f***ing go." However, Mayweather, who retired with a stunning 50-0 record in 2017, had replied to Logan Paul via his Twitter channel saying, "These YouTube girls better find some Barbie dolls to play with because I'm not the one for kid games. 3 years ago a fighter from the UFC said my name and I had to put a muzzle on that bitch. Quite hilarious, right? Yes, hilarious. Paul can get the same treatment before I go conquer Japan again," Mayweather continued. But after the 43-year-old Mayweather's response and utterance, Paul hit back in a confident way, saying 50-1 about giving the boxing great Mayweather his first loss. Oh well, the boxing world is getting more entertaining, and as it stands, the majority of boxing lovers would love to watch a Paul vs Paul showdown before a Logan Paul vs Mayweather showdown. But whichever way, every boxing lover surely wants to get entertained. A Jake Paul fan once said, "If Logan Paul would beat his younger brother Jake, it would probably be on age difference." And every Logan fan would vehemently oppose that statement. Talk is cheap, and they say a confident man would rather put words to action than keep blabbing. Enough of Logan Paul and Jake Paul's social media hullabaloo and the whole suspense. We all want to see them in the ring as contenders and not as pretenders. But remember, either Logan wins or Jake wins. It doesn't matter as long as a Paul wins. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.